2, 1. Hey,
Who'da thunk?
who'd have thunk?
Would you have guessed?
Would you have guessed?
Would you have ever imagined yourself in this situation?
No, it's music to my ears.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of. Is that important?
It is important because it's lucky number 13. 1 plus 3 is 4,
Yeah.
and the denominator of 4 is 2 equals me and you 2 years anniversary this month.
Oh, wow! It took very little like calculating. Like you had that like pop, like you knew that math right away.
Right away. Right
Whereas
away.
me, it would take me several minutes.
Oh my gosh, no.
So thank you for being the mathlete of the group.
Oh my god. My old teachers would beg to differ, but we made it. Oh my gosh, 2 years.
Yeah, we talk, and I for sure would not be somebody who would have predicted this 2 years ago at all.
No. Mm-mm.
None of this the way it's going. I mean, I wanted it.
You did?
I pictured it. I mean, I didn't picture that it was you. I mean, not that like that it is you is a problem, but I'm saying
Right.
I did. It's something um I didn't factor in. Like like when we met, I didn't think it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a long term thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I did think. I'm glad I did see that now.
Yeah. Yeah. Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I didn't think either. I mean, I also wanted it, and I didn't think it'd be with you. I was like, I'm just gonna be interviewed for some guy's podcast.
Right. Yeah. I I just thought you were just some chick from Netflix that wanted some exposure and wanted to come on my show to get some exposure. And then, what do you know? Uh, three or what? 2 years later, and we're doing our anniversary. Kind of like I guess this would be kind of episode 3 of whatever our first version of our show was. Except we know each other.
Yes.
This is
So
this is kind of our third episode.
yeah, it's our third episode. It's so weird, you guys. It's so weird. So like our first conversation.
13th episode. It's our 13th episode, which is hard to say. You say 13th episode 5 times fast. Anyone who's judging me.
13th episode. No. But even well, it's our 13th episode of Shamecast, but it's our third like conversation on the first week of March from 2021.
Oh yeah.
So because March 1st, 2021 was our first interview. You interviewed me on your
We ever like really had.
hmm
I mean, before that, it was only just text messages. It was us talking about the show and talking about Netflix and talking about me and my show. And if you had listened to it and if you knew what it was,
hmm
and you were like, yeah, no, no,
No,
not a
no.
big. You're not a big deal. Hope you're aware.
I didn't say like I didn't say any of that.
I'm just playing. I'm just totally kidding.
but no, I was definitely like, yeah, whatever, it's another show.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think anything of it. And can I share a little a little secret with you.
Will you?
Well, secret with all of you.
It's just you and me talking right now.
Yeah. No, so
No one's listening. No, I mean, at least not now. Maybe next when this episode, whenever this comes out, maybe they'll listen. But maybe they won't. So you're sharing a secret with me right now.
the secret is this is my second year in a row that the first week of March I'll like listen back to our first conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this time I listened to our recap from last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what has changed since then? What is what has changed since then? What is like the bigger picture? Zoom out a little bit. What has that time since then taught us? Um, and are we changed as people since then?
You better answer the same question you just asked me now.
Well, you were the one who listened to the recap, so
I know.
so I'm asking you the question regarding from
Yes.
your opinion, from when your perspective, and you watched it and you listened to it. What kind of stands out as like major changes?
There were so many fun little nuggets, like just cool memories, like things that because life happens, life be happening, and it's awesome. Ooh, it's awesome to kind of hear back and go, oh yeah, that happened, and you were there for that, and just to see, we definitely. Well, my hair grew. No, we've definitely grown, and I think it's cool that some of the things that you said you enjoyed about me and with me manifested even more so. Like how, I said I want to travel more with you and have adventures, and we went on a cruise. And you also said that it meant a lot to you how much I'm also like involved in wanting to be like in family things.
Uh-huh.
And you were like, I appreciate that so much and just want to, acknowledge that. And here I am being more involved with family stuff.
Can I tell you a secret?
Man,
Only you can hear this.
only I can hear this. Okay.
I think the more time I've spent with you, the more I've felt our friendship has grown so much, which I mean has made me feel like I'm way more in love with you. Like makes me feel like I love you way more. And I mean, just continuing to get to know each other more and more and more. And it's for me pretty unconditional, you know? And I'm glad I found you.
You're so. That's so. I don't have words right now. I just. It means a lot. And, I feel the same way. And, like, things that. I'll say another part that at least I've known that I've grown from has been oh my god, here it comes. Ready? I've gained more patience with you. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I noticed it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've noticed it. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I still get like maybe a tad peeved if like something's not like on time, but like I'm not gonna cry or like flip out, you know.
It makes me think of I can't remember what the song it was. It was a Nako song. Uh, Been like the willow, was it? Maybe like. And he says, "Love with conditions, a family tradition." And that's that's a line I think of when I think of like most of the other people who've said they loved me. There's been a lot of conditions with those things, and I've it's with you. It's never hoops to jump through, and I love that you're knowing me more and accepting me more. I and I said this on stage before. I was taught at a very young age to not tolerate people. The idea of tolerating people was not something that existed in my life. I was taught to accept people. So tolerating people isn't what we do. We don't just go, well, all right, well, I guess we're just putting up with this. Like you go, okay, this is a person. I'm gonna tell them I love it, tell them I love them, and I'm gonna mean it. I'm gonna accept everything, every part of who they are is what I love about them, like the perfect parts and the not so perfect parts alike. And I feel like you've been getting that a little bit more from me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that, and then just constantly like watching relationship videos when I'm alone and just kind of like
Oh yeah.
keeping your yeah.
What kind of relationship with you? What is taking place on these videos?
Your mic is a little muffled. Say it again.
What kind of relationship videos are you watching?
Well, there's it's a mixed bag. I mean, it's like every so often, not often, but like every once in a while, I'll watch. There's this guy, there's this guy named Matthew Hussey, I think is how you say it. I think he's from Australia and or Britain. I don't know which one. But there's him. There's Well, I still follow like a lot of like relationship coaches, and most of them are.
Watch that girl. Oh, Jane.
I love her. I mean, I wouldn't consider Sam.
No, that's not.
However you say, she follows me. I think she's cool. She watches my stories, and I'm like, yo, but you're like really cool, and she
Yeah.
talks to me sometimes.
I commented on one of her posts the other day
Nice.
on Instagram.
I'm low key sad that like I didn't think of that catchphrase with you because like I could never do it because it's her thing. You know what I mean?
Cracked me up. She cracked me up the other day. She made the video with her in the Borat bathing suit, like dancing like that. I was like, I didn't know that was the content that I needed in my day, but you just gave it to me.
But there it is. See, I love how brave and like outgoing she is, and like I aspire to get out of my way and like be more in my own way, But anyways, we're veering off. I watch a lot of people that are already successful in their relationships and a lot of people that have demonstrated and shown the power couple and are very healthy and kind of, you know, I I kind of like watch their mannerisms and I watch how they talk to each other. And even on TikTok, sometimes it just shows up in my algorithms. Something showed up tonight, and this guy was like, you know, I got married and my business rose over 281% in 3 years because they both were in this not just agreement on paper and agreement, in some kind of like transactional thing. Like they both had similar goals. And when you're in agreement with someone, what's there to argue about? Like instead of like having 2 hours of like drama and bullshit, like you could have been doing something productive. And like, I've said it many times, like with people. I just got asked this week, like, describe your relationship to me. And I said it's unconditional and it's safety. And the person was like, wow, safety. And I was like, yeah. And then, like, they kind of like knew right away I've had a past.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not ashamed of it in any way. I know I'm still healing from it. But for sure, I know I've been healing quite well because I have you.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
I
I'm
know.
very happy to be able to be that space for you to be feel like you're more and more yourself, and that's, I think, something I've been happy to be watching you become more and more who you are. Like, I'm happy as hell, and the fact that it's only 2 years, and we say it constantly feels like it's been longer than that. Um, it's the the first 2 years out of however many years, and it's it's nice, it's cool, and I'm excited to see the continued growth.
Me too. I think about it like a lot, actually, to be honest. I think about us sitting down and actually writing out our little vision boards and creating this life that we want, and kind of just sitting down with the pros and cons. You know, what do you see? What do I see? Like, and just kind of co creating in that, you know? Um, and it's really cool. And yeah, so I watch a lot of videos like that, and I taught like even some of my peers like that. Half of them I don't even ask for advice. By the way, I don't ask like,
Yeah.
but the people that give me advice, like some of them, like when I have life moments like come at me, like they've been lately.
Hmm.
I've had people that are, happily married for like 15 plus years or whatever, and I'm talking with them about what I'm going through, and they're like, just letting you know right now, life is life in you, and this is watch, like, watch how your partner is with you, because you need to pay attention to everything. And it's not so much of a like, oh, there's no mean like,
Hmm.
you know, you better watch how he is. Like it's more of a like it's more of a like, yo, like pay attention, because like this is one of just, you know, some or more things that could come up that are like big, and that it's going to be heavy for not just you but for both of you, and you need to pay attention to how you both are in that.
This is a test. 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 This is a test.
Testing 1 2 3, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know exactly what you mean.
So like that's cool too, like that, like, my peers are even kind of like, yo, like, you're gonna be all right, and just know that you have a good support system, and you know um like don't lose yourself in any way, and remember like who you are and like how you should be treated, and all that jazz. So that's cool. And you know i I know very well that I feel warm and cared for,
Good.
and cherished.
That's very good to know.
Yes.
So very good to know.
Hmm.
I was
So
thinking about when you were talking about watching some relationship videos about arguing over stuff and its productivity, uh, and really not having much of it. Uh, like, what good is being right or wrong about anything if you've just wasted all this time you could have been enjoying each other with, like, resenting something that already happened, that, like,
mm,
and I thought of a thing that I say pretty frequently, and I'm not talking about relationships when I'm talking about it, but I think I think that it happens in relationships too. I think a lot of times people waste so many right nows on right nows that have happened and they can't get back. So all this time that we could have for productivity and enjoying is wasted now on some fleeting moment that somebody made a mistake, like humans do.
Mm, I feel that. My my mom was like that. Like
Mhm.
she probably still is like that. And 20 something whatever years later, and you're still hung up on people that aren't even here anymore. That's so rough, man. So rough.
It's
And
uh,
it's like
it's sad, and I
excuse me.
eh, I, I don't I don't I'm not like mad or upset with people who think that way. That's the way that has gotten them by for as
Mhm.
long as they're around. Like they've learned how to navigate through
Mhm.
life that way,
Right.
and it probably does suck to understand that, like, if everybody else is a problem, you get close to somebody and then they hurt you. It happens all the time. Maybe it's you. That's
Mhm.
my friend Lee says. He's like, I can't wait till Taylor Swift comes out with an album called "Maybe I Was the Problem," because all this about like breakup.
You know, she technically wrote a song about that already. It's called "The Anti-Hero."
I don't. I'm not super knowledgeable on Tay info, but yeah, that was a joke that he would tell like probably 8 years ago. So I don't know how long ago that song came out.
Oh no, yeah, it's pretty recent. I think within 2 years. So maybe she heard it.
Maybe we heard Lee's joke.
Yeah, yeah. She's like, you know what? That's a great idea.
You got eyes in
Yeah,
the sky.
huh?
She was listening. The algorithms told her.
It is time. Um, but okay, now it's your turn. What have how what growth have you noticed and within yourself and in moi and in this relation?
I mean, I feel like I just talked about it,
You
but
did.
um, you know what's neat, and I don't know if we talked about it the last time we were on here, but the fact that like you're kind of learning how to be a podcast host now. And I love seeing that. I love watching that. And I'm happy to facilitate some of the knowledge that I have to assist you in that way. And, you know, I'm, I'm all the way for you, you doing episodes without me in the future with other people, like just to, just to do like, I don't know, anything, you know what I mean? Like learning it now so that you can use it later when you might need to.
Yeah,
I love it.
I
I
love
love
it.
I love watching you learning things, and I love watching you grow. And then it's cool to watch you like get to see something cool that I also get to see at the same time. Like we went to the prize wedding,
Mm,
so it was really cool to watch you like see all that and be so like oh my god, the magic that's going on here. Like to watch you who I think is very magic watch something happen that's very magic. It was neat.
yeah, that
So
was awesome.
all those kinds of experiences and like going to places and like meeting your friends and like going places with you and introducing you to some of my friends and like having you come to wrestling shows with me. Well, you watched me win the heavyweight championship. Like that's and like I went right to you right after right after I won it. Like right after I had the belt and I was celebrating, I went right to you. And I
It's
think
so
I think that's something that's going to be something that stays with me forever, It's going to be something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And maybe I'll tell my 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 uh my great grand nieces and nephews.
I was like, where's he going with this? Are we changing the agreement again? What's happening? Like,
No.
I got one ovary left. What do we do?
No, well, I mean, I've always said, like, let's say we're like 50, 60 years old or something, and we feel like that part of our life is kind of missing, and we want to like explore the idea. There's so many kids that are locked up in some system that,
High five. Fake high five. Because I want to do it too.
yeah.
I want to adopt.
So, I mean, then you can get one who's already been through the potty training stuff. They've already experienced the terrible twos. Like you can get them right at an age where they're like they're not like heels in the sand. I'm a piece of shit person now. So we can rescue them
How
right
about
before they get jaded by a system that they're not supposed to be in.
right? How about like five? Five. That sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like five. First of all, five's my favorite number. It's my life path number.
Same.
And there's also, huh?
Same. My favorite. I don't know about my life path number.
Oh, I like that's cool. It's your favorite number too. Look at that. 2 years in, and I didn't know that we had the same favorite number.
Did I
Oh
not tell
wait,
you why?
no, you totally told me because you have 5 letters in your name, right?
My first and last name. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My my the name that's on my birth certificate for anybody listening who might not know that Corey Castle is not my real name.
Right. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, that'd be really cool. I would love to explore that, and maybe by then we'll be just as successful as all the other people that I've been watching, and we won't have to worry about the financial part of that because
Mm-hmm.
it's a little bit more jumping through hoops than it is jumping through vaginal hoops.
I get you.
Yeah,
I see what you're doing.
we need a
Entendres.
we need a toilet flush sound for that one. Like, um, yeah, I really enjoy how much I feel safe to be myself in front of you. Um, and all quirkiness, dork, like major dork. I've always been a nerd, and I I feel like even with some of my moments lately that have just been emotionally and physically like draining for me. Um, I sometimes I stop myself. I'll be honest, confessions. Um, I stop myself from telling you how I really feel because sometimes it just be hitting like super hard, and I get in my head sometimes about like, don't be weak, don't don't let him see that. You're supposed to be this amazing goddess right now, like and that I know it's not the healthiest thing to do, but
Don't ever think that you're supposed to be anything. I don't have an expectation on you. Please don't put one on yourself. I I I already unconditionally accept you. So please, just for the future, if you have a moment like that, tell me about it. I mean, at least, you know, kind of maybe dip a toe in the waters of like trying to plant seeds for me to try to understand that sort of thing. If like you like to maybe get a read on how I'd react to something or whatever. I'm not anything you tell me. I'm not gonna go ew ew. I automatically don't like you anymore. You're weak now. No, none of that's silly pants.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's just all, you know.
I know. I know.
Um, and
Somebody didn't love you when you were a baby, huh?
would you say somebody didn't love you when you was a baby? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's from Talladega Nights
Yeah,
when
it's
when the grandpa's all drunk and the kids somebody didn't love you when you were younger, did they? Or like the little kid says that to the grandpa.
I mean, a little bit. It's just been like, yeah. So, but I appreciate that I can show that to you, and you let me cry, and you hold me, and that's really all I need most of the time, and it's so nice. Like, I don't think, yeah, I don't think I've ever heard you say like, oh my god, stop, like it's too much, or like you cry too much, or you're a big baby, or you're whining, or you're complaining, like, you know um
That's not safe. That's
no.
not that telling you to not feel your feelings is the opposite of on brand for me.
Right, right. Yeah, man, I just I really appreciate you for that. I think that's probably one of my most favorite things, aside, like, how much we laugh. Like, I love how last night we were talking for a bit, and we still like find the most silliest things and come up with the silliest riffs.
Yeah, we'd be riffing.
hmm And I spoke with one of my friends today, sing friends, and she had such really really nice things to say within the 5 minutes we were talking, and she was just like, you know, you're so beautiful. Shout out to Ashley from Sing On. She's like, you're so beautiful, and I'm so happy for you, and you've got such a beautiful man in your life, and it's really nice to see. And I'm just like,
Oh, oh,
"Mm,
oh, oh. That's nice.
yeah, it's so nice, and it's cool that like people from far away, like they like everyone can see like how much I glow, and you know I don't know. I hope the same is like back to you. Like, I hope there have been times where people see you and they go, "Yo, man, you look really happy." You know.
I don't. You know what? Maybe, but I not nothing that like concretes like as a memory that like somebody actually like went out of their way to say something like that to me.
Mm.
But maybe I just give off the I'm happy vibe all the time, and I've always kind of had that same vibe, and the changes aren't something that they'll see,
Word.
you know. But but if they don't say it, they should.
I mean, yeah. Well, it's just because like a lot of my friends knew like my past relationship. I mean, I was always also a happy person. You know, I'm not trying to say that like you're the only source of my
Oh
happiness.
yeah, no, I wasn't implying that in any way.
Okay.
I hope you didn't think I was.
No, but I also wanted to put it out there that like anybody
Uh,
that you know.
the-
Um,
Too many looky-loos be looking for clues. There's a party going on now. What you gonna do?
Yeah. What are some takeaways that like we had a really great year this past year for sure.
Some of the takeaways are that Coolio lyrics can apply to anything ever, just like I just showed in what that's just. And didn't we talk about Coolio in like one of our last episodes, or was that like one of these episodes, or was that one of the first two?
I don't know. Excuse me, I'm not sure. But I could find it.
Yeah.
Mhm. And you. Oh, hey.
Hey, 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 hey,
We're,
hey, hey.
we're gonna do the yearly report card. What's my what's my girlfriend report card for you?
Well, um, what like a letter grade?
Yeah, I don't know. You brought it up last year, and I thought it was hilarious, and I remembered it.
I was gonna say 5 stars. 5 stars. Would recommend, but like won't let you. Oh, I would recommend that one. Yes, absolutely. You can't though, because it's mine. But you know, it's a love that's mine. You can't have that. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, that one that love's for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry
So
about that.
go get your own thing that's very similar
Mhm.
in acceptance and joy and pleasure. Pleasure.
Pleasure. 5 stars
5 stars.
in that department.
Is that me?
Yeah. Always. You're like 10. Like you're so many stars. Um,
Thanks, my love.
you're welcome.
Mm.
It's 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 truly it's truly something. I pinch every day. I wake up and I go, oh yeah, like this is life. It's so cool.
Hey, do you wanna tell everybody about what stuff we've been watching? What we started watching together this past weekend?
True blood. I had to let it come to me. I like drew a blank. Yeah, we started watching True Blood. Oh man, it's just one episode so far, and it felt like three.
Oh,
Woo.
everybody, start rewatching True Blood, and and you'll be fanning yourself. For the people who are listening to the audio and not watching, they don't know what I'm doing, but I'm fanning myself like an old, uh, like a Delta Burke character.
Mhm.
Oh, my stars!
My stars. I said to somebody earlier today. It's so true. That show's so good. Listen, little tip for anybody. You know, if you don't got hot date night from Pure Romance with you, just to start engaging in some activity, and you don't know any other way to, you know, entice your partner, just watch an episode of True Blood together, and I'm telling you, you're gonna feel in the mood already.
A little erotica.
Yeah, you know.
I said that like Donald Trump for some reason. Erotica. It's a
Yeah, you
little
did.
erotica. It's a little erotica. It's huge erotica.
Huge.
Your, your penis will be great.
Great. Make sex great again. Um, yeah, no, it's a good show, and I'm I'm totally down to watch another one.
Yeah, I figured that you were.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
I,
really
I,
down.
I thought maybe let's go through all the seasons. What is there? 7 seasons or 8 seasons?
Yeah, we're a long ways to go, but I want to see the fairies. Damn it!
Fairy tale.
It's so funny. Did you have a chance to watch the podcast I did with Lauren?
um, I watched some of it, but it kept like the connection was not so good for some reason, so
Yeah.
I couldn't really catch it all.
There's at one point he was like, I think I explained that I was a fairy, and he was like, that makes two of us. And
Yeah.
then um, I was like, well, no, I'm a fairy, and he was like, wait a minute, for real? And like he got real serious, and I was like, yeah. And he was like, I should have known. Any for the dummies. Any for And I was just
Well,
like, well,
40 minutes before you mentioned her. You made it 40 minutes into the
maybe
show.
40 minutes. Everybody, get your shot glasses. It's a drinking game now. I'm keeping it this way. This is part of the
Yeah,
show now. You have
part
to
of
have
the
a
game.
shot. It's the game. It every time I mention Dominique Rivera, Oracle of Apollo, that's two different times I just said it. You got it. That's three shots, okay? Like, and she's coming over tomorrow. The fourth.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? I guess this episode we gotta talk about her. We would not be here without her.
Hmm.
We would
Yeah.
not.
That's very true.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And I love that like we both like kind of remember. Oh, I gotta send you the picture. I found a picture. I don't know if it's like officially the day, but I found a picture of me in her old shop with my old person. But darn it, I know you were there. It was some event that she had there, and I was like, oh wow, it's me.
I was
Um,
only there that one time.
I know, I know, and I feel like the picture I found might have been that time because I couldn't find any other ones, and I know I was wearing my black coat, but I couldn't find it.
Well, we were talking about that last night,
Mhm.
and you were talking about remembering me, and I didn't know that. I learned that yesterday. I didn't know that this whole 2 years. I didn't know that you remembered that day, and it
Yeah, I
was very
remember.
fascinating to me.
It was what?
It was fascinating to me that I was learning that new information 2 years into it.
I
So
thought I told you.
maybe you did. This is the fun about having a partner who's got some memory loss and some post concussion.
Can I also like talk about that for like a quick second, like on the healing of trauma side of that? I don't I don't know if you realized it or like if you thought about like on my end like what that was for me like in the beginning, like understanding that like it legit is like it's part of you, like it's not a malicious or like
Right.
a manipulative or narcissistic thing.
Hmm.
It took a while for me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Hmm.
I'm a challenge.
Oh no, I just well, it was a lot of like me like having to, you know, wipe away the fog and be like, that's not.
Right, because like people who act the way that I do sometimes when it comes to like uh, being dismissive or forgetful, they're doing it with the intention to not actually be forgetful. They're just using some excuse, and then like they're gonna bring it back up later and somehow use it as ammo or something.
Right.
And
And
and and you're so on the defense for that, like because you've been programmed to like for that to be normalized to you. I fully get it, and I say a lot where, um, I I know I spent a good amount of my life not being somebody who I'd be me now would not have been friends with me for most of my existence. I would have been like, get your shit together, man. What are you doing? Like that. I get it. I get when I say I'm a challenge, it's there. It's so multi-layered because it's like, um, this is tough. Um, because I want to be pretty transparent in the fact that like I know for a long time I was, not a very good friend to a lot of people, and I mean, yeah, I was a great friend, but like I like probably used people. I mean, I didn't get anywhere far from it, but I mean, like I, I did a lot of like making people feel bad for me, like in the kind of almost operating in what I guess now I could recognize as a manipulative way,
Mm.
but I didn't mean it. I was just, uh, I was in a victim role, kind of.
Mm.
I was living inside of a victim to like, oh well, I'm broken. Oh my, something's wrong with me. Everybody else take care of me, and no, I wasn't that way. I was just accepted the role that somehow I thought I was supposed to play,
Mm.
and then nowadays it might be a challenge to to unconditionally love me when when you know when you tell me a certain thing and then I completely forget about it, and like you're you for sure don't want to believe that I completely forgot it, because who else does that? Like that's not something everybody that you know does. When you tell somebody something, they remember it. So I can imagine it being a little infuriating. So thank you. Thank you for putting that effort in, and the currency of effort is very 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 appreciated, and uh, hopefully felt that it's reciprocated as much as possible.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. No, I was just saying that, like, that was another growth thing for me.
Mhm.
Like, you know, even even tonight, like when you didn't, have a chance to run to the store, like I was already like, okay, well, there's like wasn't like a dire like life or death situation for me. It was kind of like, all right, well, you can always do it tomorrow. Like, I'd prefer if it could be before, you come with everybody, so we don't have to do anything when everybody gets here. Um, but like, but again, like I don't know. I've kind of, I think, I understand. One of my friends told me, like, when I was 30, they were like, "You're still on this thing, like you're still like in a younger mindset, and like you're still rushing to some kind of weird thing. Just slow down. And when you meet the right person, you're just gonna zen out." And then I met you, and they were like, "You're zen." I was like, "Oh." They're like, "Yeah, you're calm. There's nothing to worry about. Calm and peace. That's not boring or anything. It's peace. You don't know what it is because you never had it. Welcome." And I was like, "Oh, all right, cool." um, and it makes me think of the song that I wrote, Dove. And I said, like, "Will you let my soul you can see? Will you let your sword down and turn and accept me? Love is a dove, so hard to find. Love is a dove, flying free from my mind. Uh, hmm. Yeah, and unconditional, forever and flow. That's all we want to know."
My love for you is like a truck berserker. Would you like some making fuck berserker?
I don't know what that's from.
That's from Clerks.
Okay.
But it was they're like, oh, meet Olaf. I forget what his name was. It might have been whatever, but it was some foreign exchange student guy. And they're like, oh, he's in a metal band. Do do some song. And the guy was like, my love for you is like a truck berserker. Yep.
Um.
Yes, that's how I feel about you. My love for you is like a truck berserker.
Yeah, back it up like a Mack truck. Sorry, I got Pitbull stuck in my head now. I party like a rock star, look like an all star, play like a. Oh shit, I fucked it up already.
That's
Fuck
okay.
like a porn star. Sorry.
Didn't know what song you were doing, so it's not something I'm insulted about. I'm not.
Somebody who knows.
I'm not Pitbull.
It's cool. Yo, he's playing in Atlantic City on the 10th.
Well, there you go. You know who's in Atlantic City? Lots of pit bosses. There's lots of pit bosses in the casinos in Atlantic City.
True, true. Can we
Full
also
of
make
pit
it?
bosses.
I'm saying it for the record. We need to go see Polly Day.
Okay.
All right. It's imperative. I mean, I don't, he's always at Harrah's at some point, but like, I'm just saying.
Okay. I
Um,
mean, that's the type of music you kind of like, right?
yeah.
It's not necessarily the type of music I like, but I like you, and I like fun. So
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Okay. I mean, it's Pauly D. He's fun, and everybody else might be there because it's Jersey. And also, I mean,
Fact, Jersey, yes.
huh?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
Is
I said,
what?
you're right. It's Jersey. Yes.
Okay. It sounded like you said fat pussy. I totally misheard you.
It's in fact Jersey.
There we go.
In fact.
In fact, Jersey.
Mhm. Not
Um,
the other. Not the other thing you said.
sorry guys.
Cut that part out.
Demonetized. um, so what are some, I don't want to call, well, yeah, goals. What are some like things you want to see moving forward?
Um, I would like to. I'd like to do some business-like moves with you in some way. I think part of that was starting this podcast and starting this show, I guess you could say. Uh, just kind of like start broadcasting together and have something that's ours. I I I would like that to be what moves forward more. You know, us doing more collaborations. I'd like more and more of that. I mean, kind of like what we did at the tattoo shop, where like I I like hosted and kind of opened, and then like introduced you, and you did some songs in the set. So I kind of want us to do more things like that.
Mm,
Um, and I would love for this, what we're doing, to be something that we could do at like clubs or something, like comedy clubs or something, and have like couples come, or whoever our audience is, want to come out and see that live. I like that thought.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about something, and I haven't told you about it yet, but I was like thinking about like kind of like doing a almost like a like a almost like a Q&A sort of thing to see if I can like come up with more material in that. So it could be like, oh, you want to ask a question to a wrestler, a pro wrestler? Go ahead, ask me. You want to ask a question to somebody who's in movies and TV? Go ahead, ask me. You want to ask questions to a podcaster? Go ahead, ask me. Go. You want to ask a comedian a question? Go ahead and ask me. If you want me to like do a joke about a topic, go ahead and ask me, and I'll try to come up with something.
Hmm.
And I think that that might be a fun experience for like date nights or something, as far as like
Yeah.
something like we could like do something like that, transition into you then singing some songs, and then transition that live show into like us sitting down and recording a show. And
Sorry.
you be my wise man to my tribal chief.
You be my tribal chief to my iron irrelevancy.
Yes, and then we just sit at a table where I am at the head of it, and you're holding my belt.
Hmm. Hmm. It's gonna be amazing. I'm actually. I mean, due to circumstances, I I'm looking forward to being at your show,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be cool to
Mm-hmm.
watch you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna dress up. And this show coming up is the big thing, right? With
Yeah, it's the 20th anniversary show. It's
oh
the
shoot, you wanted me to go to that.
hmm
Well, now look who gets to go.
Who won the pony?
Huh?
Who won? Would you know? Would you guess who won the pony? That's like a Jim Cornette line he always said. And would you guess who won the pony?
Yeah. Oh shoot. So I could wear a nice dress.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm never gonna tell you you can't wear a nice dress. You can
Oh.
wear a nice dress every day. I'm,
Okay.
I'll be there for it.
Cool. Because I love getting dressed up. I do.
Baby.
You.
Um, do you wanna add anything else towards the end of this as we start wrapping it up, as we start
Yeah.
taking it home?
Yeah. Taking it home. Well, I'm also looking forward to another manifestation that we've created together. Um, about a year and a half ago at Nirvana when we were hanging out in the sweat room and we were looking at the jacuzzi and we were saying how we'd be in a jacuzzi one day together. We definitely already did that on the cruise, but we get to do it again for our anniversary at the end of the Dove.
Yeah. It's when I think of that place, for some reason I think of when in Dumb and Dumber, when Harry and Lloyd were like staying in that like hotel and they were in like heart-shaped jacuzzi. Do you remember that? And they were like
Kind,
sitting there in the heart-shaped jacuzzi. It's like,
yeah.
oh, is it like it was like I came to a place like this with Freda Felcher. It's like not as classy as this, but a place like this. It's like, yeah, she broke up with me, said something about me not listening to her or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that and recapping. And I'm really, really, really enthusiastic to give you your present.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
presents.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of just came from the sky. Psh, hello, get this. Because I was gonna get you something else, but gotta wait for that. So, and then I was like, oh, what can I do? And then, so, really excited.
Mm.
Yeah, man. And I'm looking forward to.
You love dangling carrots.
Mm-hmm.
You love it.
I do.
It is your favorite. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about favorite, but I think I'm your favorite. But it's definitely up
You are
there.
my favorite, huh?
It's up there in your arsenal of
Yeah.
moves. Is
Mm-hmm.
the carrot dangle.
Oh yeah, it's if I was a Pokemon, carrot dangling is like one of my attacks.
Yeah.
Like this. And I I look forward to many more years with you in podcasting and being more professional about it and getting out of my own way and my own stuff and overcoming some things together
Hmm.
and I got a lot of goals. So
Yeah, I say
um,
like let's look back in like the summertime and really see what kind of stuff this conversation has manifested because
yeah,
I think the obstacles and things like that will be things that we can be like, wow, remember that,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh wow, it's almost like we don't even think about that now because it's like so happened.
yeah. I mean, well, even the situation feels like it's just a thing. Like, I mean, it doesn't feel as dire, but I'm kind of just like, all right, it's a thing. Let's go. Like, and I saw a video today that said like, oh, 2 months from now you're gonna be in a better situation. Mark it down. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna write in my calendar, and just to
Mhm.
see, And oh my god, and I want to pay attention to the vibrations a little bit more often. Like, ish is getting real for real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I it's in my face.
I love your brain. I love your ideas. I love your eyes. You're great. The way you see things. It's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah,
I do realize that we are
over our
a
time.
little bit past when you said you wanted to be asleep. So I want to make sure I respect that. And I wanted to ask you if you felt like wrapping it up or if you have uh, just a few more things or whatever. I mean, you're hosting this show, not me. So what do you want to do?
I'm fine. I mean, if we got one more minute, it's fine. Yeah, guys. So this was our recap of 2 years episode, and 2 years of being together, not 2 years having this show. Just to be clear,
Right.
this is episode 13 of Shamecast, and it's a very special one. Just wanted to come on here and fulfill the tradition of the first. Well, it's the first day of March, but the first week in March it was when we had our first conversation, and it was on Corey's podcast called Evolving with Corey Castle. And the episode was called Everyone Has Their Own Journey. And 229, I think, was the number.
That was the
Episode.
number of the episode?
Yeah,
229?
yeah, I think so. Because
Yeah.
it reminded me of my birthday, because I kept saying, oh, it's like 2290.
Mm. And I guess my last episode was 292. So it tells you how long ago that
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
how many
yeah. So
episodes ago that was.
it was a while back, guys. But if it's been an incredible, wonderful journey with you, and I cannot say enough how much I pinch myself every day, and you know, like I know I know that certain things that I've been going through on behind the curtains in the land of Oz felt like, oh God, I just want to wake up, and this is something that I'm so glad is not a dream, and I'm so glad is my reality, and I intend to keep living it and seeing it and believing it and loving it and
Yeah.
going with you.
Um, I I'm glad. I'm glad that you feel that way, and happy that you're able and willing to share all of your thoughts and feelings with me, um, and feel good and secure. I want to also promote anybody who has not checked the show before. If this is your first time checking out Shamecast, or your first time checking out this YouTube channel, if this is your first time checking out anything we've done, please follow us on social media. Follow us on Instagram. If you go on to Instagram and you follow Alyssa underscore Marie underscore romance on Instagram, that's my lady. This talented woman right here. And if you go type in at Corey Castle, CoryKastle, that's me. And do a little search. Like I always say, if you've spent any time listening to anything we're doing, anything I'm recording, anything I'm in, if you've spent any time doing any of that stuff, I'm so grateful for the effort. I'm so grateful for the currency of your effort that I'll ask you maybe take it one step further because we're slaves to the content. The algorithms got us in chains, bro. Leave us leave us a little comment in the bottom. Let us know you exist. Because like if it's up to the algorithm, you're just a number. Be more than just a number. Be somebody who interacts with us. We want to know you exist. We're grateful for your feedback. Leave us an anonymous voicemail. If you call us up, we'll play the message on the show, 856-209-4413. And that's another thing that we've got to do, and we'll do it tomorrow. We
We
got to
have,
do more
yeah,
than
we keep saying it.
outgoing message. So right now, if you call the show and the outgoing message is um, if it
Self
says
and managing emotions.
aiming to manage emotions,
Right.
then
But
you know you missed out on the old one.
mhm,
So don't miss out.
don't miss out.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you get new episodes whenever they air. Get new episodes of my show whenever it airs on YouTube. YouTube exclusively gets like first rights to most of anything. So like as far as like the stuff we put on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, that stuff comes out. That comes out on a schedule. Like it comes out every Wednesday or something. But if you go on YouTube, you'll get the YouTube maybe a little bit earlier. Or if you go on and you subscribe to that YouTube, you get those shorts that I keep on putting out. Um,
Hmm.
and those have gained a lot of traction. So I want to thank everybody who's been supporting me on the shorts and the reels on Instagram. And I'm excited for the continued growth and journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love you.
Love you.
Happy 2 years.
Bye. Happy
Bye.
2 years. Bye.
Bye.